are the 5 different ways you can actually submit proof of funds in order to get the visa approval without submitting your own account statement. That is, if you don't have money in your account right now. Whoa! Are you applying for visa to Canada, UK, US, Australia, or any of the European countries? Are you applying to visa for them? Here are the 5 different ways you can actually submit proof of funds, right? Proof of funds in order to get the visa approval without submitting your own account statement. That is, if you don't have money in your account right now. So, did you get the topic for this discussion? And I want you to listen very well, because if you join me live for this video, I will expect you to ask questions, because at the end, I'm going to be taking question and answers. And if you are watching it as a replay, I want you to watch to the end so that you see questions that people will ask, and my responses to them. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Today, I'm going to be smashing this whole proof of funds wahala that is disturbing so many people. We're going to get it crushed, right? Crush it like tomato. Okay. I'm going to tell you the topic again, right? If you're applying for visa approval for yourself or for your family to Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, any of the European countries, Poland and the rest, or Sweden, Switzerland, as the case may be, any high-income country at all. If you're applying to visa for them, today I'm going to be teaching you 5 different ways that you can use to secure your proof of funds. If you've started your visa process or you're about to start, you are going to meet the hurdle of proof of funds. So we're going to be teaching you 5 different ways to legally submit proof of funds without submitting your own account statement. That is, if you don't have money in your account now. Because, as we all know, if you have money in your account, all you just have to do is print the account statement and use it, right? That one is not hard. So, in this video, I'm going to be prioritizing the attention of people who do not have money in their accounts right now. Right? Those are the people that need the most help. And if you're listening to me, and you have money in your account, you should still listen, because you don't know what I'm going to say that is going to help you along the journey, right? Okay, so before we go on, I would like to introduce myself. Do you know who is talking to you? Whoa. This is the Queen of Canada. Saying it lightly. So this is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration, all right? Myself and my team, we train graduates who want to relocate abroad via the study abroad route. We train them on how to secure admission, scholarship, study loan, in order to successfully relocate. Every single thing you need in order to successfully relocate abroad, we train you on that. That's what we do. Again, my name is Dr. Linda Iheme. In case this is your first time meeting me, because I expected that somebody, if you're not watching me live, somebody, right, would have maybe copied this video and sent it to you. That means they love you, by the way. That means they love you. That's what they're trying to communicate. So, in case you don't know me, that's just why I'm taking so much time to introduce myself. As I said, I'm going to be teaching you 5 different ways to legally get proof of funds. All right? Who is ready? Ready. Let's go. First of all, what is proof of funds? Basically, if you're applying to travel abroad to any of the high-income countries, a major worry is, hey, when you are here, are you going to be able to take care of yourself, right? Are you going to be able to take care of yourself? Hello, Kizito, how are you? Okay, so a major problem is, are you going to be able to take care of yourself? And the embassy wants you to assure them of that. You don't just say, yes, I'll be able to take care of myself financially. I assure you of that. It's not going to work. They need you to prove it. Prove it. It's like, you say you're going to be able to take care of yourself, right? Prove it. That's what they're saying to you. And there are different ways to prove it. I'm going to tell you how the students at Vantage Migration are proving that they have funds legally. Before I say that, I want to put out a disclaimer out there. All right? I want to put out a disclaimer out there. The disclaimer is this: never you submit a fake account for proof of funds. Never you submit what? A fake account. Never you submit a fake account, because if you if you submit a fake account, you are showing that you're a liar. It's not the right thing to do. That is, you can't go about submitting fake documents. That some people do that. That's why I'm just saying it out so that you know that none of these 5 ways we are going to be talking about we include you submitting a fake account or a fake account statement or a fake document. Hello. Do not submit fake documents. I've seen people, they've gotten visa ban because they submitted fake documents. In fact, the same organization that gave them a fake account gave somebody else fake account. That was even how the embassy found out and was like, whoa, this same account, people are still using it, people are still, multiple people are using it. So they flagged it and they denied all of their visa. In fact, they banned them for misrepresentation. Disclaimer: never use submit fake accounts. We do not encourage that. We are not a party to that. We don't believe that is how you should do your visa application. All right. So let's jump right in. What is the first one? As I said, these are the ways that students at Vantage Migration are submitting and proving that they have enough money. This is how they are submitting their proof of funds. The first way is what? To submit your scholarship letter. So some people don't know that you can use your scholarship letter as proof of funds. You can use your scholarship letter. So a school gives you scholarship. So Advantage Migration, right? We teach students how to get scholarship. So if you have gotten scholarship, be it partial or full, you can use your scholarship letter as proof of funds. How? You just submit it. That's just what I'm saying. It's as simple as that. Or you can, if it is not clearly stated, you can actually get a letter from the school. You can get a letter from the school asking them to write a special letter. But even if they don't give you that kind of letter, you can use your admission letter, which has the scholarship, as your proof of funds to say, hey, here is where I'm going to be getting the money to take care of myself. That's simply what you're saying. And for students that go through the Vantage Migration pathway and get full scholarship, their proof of they can use their scholarship letter as the only proof of funds, and the visa still get approved, even for Canada. Yeah! Whoa! It looks simpler than you expected, right? Because it is. It's just that you don't know the right information before now. And that's why Dr. Linda is bringing you that right information, right? Okay, so the first way, I'm going to ask you to name all the 5 ways at the end. So keep it in mind. If you have a book, be writing them down, all right? The first way is for you to submit your scholarship letter, all right? And if your scholarship is full scholarship, your scholarship letter alone will be enough for you to use as proof of funds. So, I'm telling you, before I decided to make this video, I saw that a lot of people were worried. Specifically, there was a time somebody came to me and said, oh, Dr. Linda, I have full scholarship and everything, but I'm so worried. I don't want to apply for my visa because I don't have money in my account to submit. And I think, wait. Some of the people that the person was talking to, they were like, hey, where is she going to get her account? I'm like, you don't need it. You don't need it. Submit your scholarship letter. You submit your admission letter. Your scholarship letter simply means your admission letter that shows the scholarship, right? You submit your admission letter where they say admission letter, but then when they say proof of funds, you still resubmit your admission letter. That's the point. Too simple. That's the first way. Write it down. Now, the second way. Some people don't know that for you to study abroad, you can, of course, you can go with your money, right? But then you can get scholarship, right? But we can both agree that not everybody gets scholarship. For example, let me give it this way. Let's say you have a 3rd class. You may be able to get scholarship, but most of the time it will not be full scholarship. Yes, we teach you how to negotiate inside when you are Advantage Migration, when you are taking your training at Vantage Migration. But one thing is that the scholarship may end up not being full. That's the truth. What do? You go for study loan to complete the rest of the money. So you can use study loan to complete all your school fees, like all your expenses, or part of your expenses, or a tiny bit of your expenses. Let's say normal person now, you got scholarship, $500 is left. You can take study loan if you don't have that money. You can take study loan to cover it up, right? Now, the whole point is whether you're using study loan for part of your expenses or for all your expenses, you can use the study loan, the letter that the loan company gave to you, because the kind of loan bodies that we introduce to students at Vantage Migration are able to give you a letter to back up the loan. So now you are able to submit the loan documents as your proof of funds. Some people think that proof of funds means account statement. That's not what it means. You can use your account statement to prove funds, to prove that you have funds. But it does not mean that that is the only thing you can use. So you can use a letter from the loan company, from the loan organization, from the loan body to submit as your proof of funds. So the first one we talked about is for you to submit your scholarship letter as proof of funds. The second one is that you can submit your loan letter, your study loan letter as proof of funds. Hey, let me put the disclaimer out there. When it comes to a study loan, I don't know if you know, I'm not talking about other visas generally. Specifically, I'm talking about study visa, because at Vantage Migration, we work with people who are relocating through the education route, through the study abroad route. Hello. So we've talked about, so did you write it down? Write it down. And if you're listening to me right now and you're paying attention, whenever I say a route, a method, type it out so that people who learn better from text, right, they can write it. And to my team, if you're editing this video, you can just put it on the screen so that the person reads it very well. So you can use your study loan letter from the loan organization as a proof of funds. So you upload it in the proof of fund area. Now, what's the third thing that you can use? Another person's account statement. Hello, it is legal. It is legal. It is legal. I'm not teaching you anything that is illegal, all right? It is legal. You can use another person's account statement plus a letter of explanation, right? So let me give you an example. You want to travel, you don't have the money. Your dad has the money. You can use your dad's account statement. You want to travel, you don't have the money. Your uncle has the money. You can use your uncle's account statement. You want to travel, you don't have the money. Your cousin has the money. You can use your cousin's account statement. But, hey, one thing you have to do is that you have to back it up with a letter that will explain to the embassy what is going on. But it is legal. So, apart from using scholarship letter, using study loan letter, the third one is that you can use another person's account statement. Okay? Okay? It is totally legal. Woo! Give it up, give it up, give it up. We have 2 more to go. Give it up, give it up, give it up. All right? Again, in case you just joined, this is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train people who want to relocate abroad through the study abroad route. Specifically, for you to be able to work with us, you must be a graduate. We do not handle undergraduates. Hello? Again, irrespective of your country, provided you speak English, we can work with you. Irrespective of the country you are going to, provided it's a high-income country, we can work with you. Irrespective of your course or your grade, we don't care. All right? And most people, if you want to start, what we ask you to do is to attend our free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. www.vantagemigration.ca. I'm going to also add the link to the description of this video. All right? Okay. Now, let's go to the fourth one. The fourth one is that you can use your own account statement. You're going to be like, wait, Dr. Linda, you said if I don't have money in my account. Agreed. So, you can actually plan it, save more money, defer your admission by 1 year. and save. So let's say you did not get scholarship, you're not interested in study loan, you don't have any other person account that you can use that can sponsor you, right? Right? What is the next thing you're going to do? Give up on your dreams? No. You plan. You start saving. You start saving into that account. That is actually how to do it. You start saving into the account. You start saving into the account. Let me pin this comment from someone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, promise. So I just pinned the www.vantagemigration.ca for people that were asking for it in the comment section. Good. So the fourth thing is what? To use your own account. What do? In this case, you defer the admission by 1 year and then you start. Sometimes admission comes, you're so in a hurry, but you don't have the money. Instead of you to make the mistake of going to apply for your visa without knowing exactly how to prove that you have money to take care of yourself when you land, because trust me, nobody will give you the visa. Nobody will give you the visa if you do. Some people, they will say, I know we don't have enough money, but just gather it. Maybe they'll just help us and just approve the visa. Nobody's helping you to approve anything. The visa is going to come back denied. And you would have had a bad history. And that will make your next visa approval even harder. Don't make that mistake. Defer the admission by 1 year. Plan. Put money in your account. Save. Talk to friends. Talk to family. Talk to anybody. Apply for different other scholarships. Maybe the ones you didn't even get before, or you didn't have time to apply for them. Apply for them. Maybe you can end up getting study loan. Hello? Right? Let's say your admission came out. You don't have money. One thing I've seen people do is that sometimes that is when people will come to Vantage Migration. Though we don't start from the middle with you, we ask you to start all over again. But many of those people may end up, they may even just defer the admission. They may end up getting scholarship the following year. They may end up getting study loan, right? They may end up being able, because some people, they help you more when they see evidence. So some people that didn't agree to help you before because they don't know if this admission is going to work or not, okay? By the time you now go to them with, an admission letter, within that 1 year that you have deferred it, they know you are serious. They may help you. You see what I mean? So the fourth option is that you can use your account, but defer the admission by 1 year to allow you to plan for the money. Another mistake some people make is that, they want to use the account. Suddenly, in 1 day, they have put thousands of dollars inside their account, or thousands of dollars worth of their currency. It may be, I've seen somebody tell me, I put 30 million in my account. I say, when did you put it? 2 weeks before you traveled, before you submitted your visa application, you are finished. Your visa is coming back denied. Some people, so the next time somebody tell you, I have 60 million in my account, I was still denied. By the way, money is not the only reason why your visa may be approved or denied. All right? But I'm still talking about proof of funds, right? So in terms of proof of funds, you can have 60 million naira, for example, or the equivalent in your own currency, cedis, shillings, as the case may be, or dollars, right? You can have thousands of dollars in your account and still get visa denial based on funds because they don't believe that it is your money. Some people, I used to tell them something, I say, do you really think that the visa officer is a fool? Do you really think the visa officer has fish brain? If he or she has fish brain, they will not be in their position. At your place of work, are people able to deceive you like that? This is what they do. They've seen it all. So when you come 1 week before that time, 1 week before that time, you put 60 million, you're expecting them to approve it, you are finished. Visa denial, if possible, they can even still give you a ban, say, for submitting fake documents. All right? Again, I put the disclaimer. Never, ever, ever you use a fake account statement. Some organizations, they'll tell you, they'll give you fake account statement. Do you get what I mean? Like, fake is not verifiable. It's nothing. They'll just type it on their computer and print it out for you. You are gunning for trouble, okay? So, the fourth one is what? Use your own account statement. Type it. Type it here. All right. Now, what is the fifth one? Woo! Who wants to hear the fifth one? Who wants to hear the fifth one? So, we've talked about how you can, this video is about 5 ways you can use to legally show proof of funds for your visa approval, right? And specifically, we're talking about study visa. And we've talked about you can submit your scholarship letter, you can submit study loan letter, right? You can use another person's account, You can defer your admission, use 1 year to plan your own account statement. What's the fifth one? Do you want to know? Do you want to know? Okay. The fifth one is a combination of any of the four. A combination of any of the four. So some people, their problem is not that they don't have any money. Their problem is that they have money, but the money is not enough. Right? The money is not enough. So you can actually combine your account statement and a partial scholarship letter. Do you see? So somebody gave you scholarship of $5,000, but you also have money in your account. You can use 2 of them. Hello? If you are a Vantage Migration student, when we are talking about the visa, when we're talking about the visa process, we will show you exactly how to do that, how to go about it. Because if you're a Vantage Migration student and you get to the visa stage, we advise you to come to us. If you want to learn how to become a Vantage Migration student, start by a free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca, right? Woo! Okay, that's interesting. So, a combination, meaning you have money in your account, but you don't have everything. You can combine it with a study loan. We can teach you how to get study loan. Then you use the study loan letter with your account statement and apply. Same goes for study loan. And you can, let's say you have partial scholarship, but you don't have any money, right? You can get a study loan. So you combine the scholarship and the study loan together for proof of funds. Let's say you have, what other combination? Let's say you don't even have any money, but you got partial scholarship. Your uncle, dad, mom, relative can actually give you their own account statement in combination with the scholarship letter, and you go. The study loan, the same thing. So you can mix and match. That's how they say. You can mix and match, right? You have this, you don't have this, you combine. So the fifth one is a combination of any of the four. Now, over to you. Hey, I know I will not hear you from the script, but I want you to repeat it out. I want to know whether you got this thing. What are the 5 ways that you can prove, you can legally prove funds? We already said, never go the option of going to go and meet somebody for them to generate, like for them to just give you a fake document that they typed on their computer and printed out. Embassy is going to see through you like a glass. They're going to see through you. They're going to deny you visa, and you run a risk of ban. And they'll say you submitted a fake document. It is a different ballgame. We are no longer talking of fun. You're talking of you now proving that you're not a fraudster. You see? You've worsened your life. So don't ever do that. We don't teach that. We don't believe in that. Right? Okay? What are the 5 ways? What are the 5? Say it to yourself. I need you to learn it. So, now I'm going to go into question and answers for people watching me live. If you're watching the replay, make sure you listen to the question and answers, because this will help me in such a way that if there were things I left out, I didn't if there are things I left out, I didn't say it well, you didn't understand it, this is an opportunity for you to ask so that I can answer. So back to question and answer. What question do you have about proof of funds for visa, for study visa application? What question do you have about proof of funds? What question do you have about what I've said? Ask the question. And let me tell you, you that are watching me right now, first of all, how do you ask your question? You can comment so that I can see the question, right? You can comment. But one thing I want you to know is that you are representing the person who will be watching this as a replay. All right? You'll be watching the person who will be, you are helping the person who is watching this as a replay, because they may not be able to ask question live. But you can ask that question so that when they are watching and they get to this stage, they just have to listen to your question and the answer I gave. All right, over to question and answers. Let's see who is joining me today and what questions do you have? Let me see. Questions. I'm flipping to see the questions. Please type your question. I have a comment from Abraham who said, Mofe Abraham, thank you so much. And he said, hello, my name is Mofe. I have heard so many good things about you. Thank you for this program. God bless you. God bless you, Mofe. Thank you. Please drop your questions if you have any. I'll be very happy to clarify. Somebody, so Mofe said, I'm an undergraduate. Please, can you help me travel abroad? Mofe, we handle graduates only. So if you're an undergraduate, quickly finish your school and then contact us again. All right, we handle graduates only. So if you have to have minimum HND or BSc to work with us. All right. Uche Rachel said, if you don't have scholarship letter, I guess this was when I started. If you don't have scholarship letter, you can use study loan letter. You can use another person's account. You can use with a letter of explanation. You can use your own account, defer your admission by 1 year and plan your funding, or even defer your admission by 1 year. Come to Vantage, learn how to get funds, right? Of course, I said at that point you can start with www.vantagemigration.ca. I will also add the link to this video, and you can use a combination of the rest. So let's see more questions. More questions. Ask your question. I will read the question and then I'm going to go ahead and answer it. Woo! Let's see questions. Oh, Adeleke Adiola was saying, how do you apply for study loan? That is part of what we teach you at Vantage Migration. So if you're interested in study loan, go to www.vantagemigration.ca, okay? And you're going to be able to see, you know, our free webinar, and you see how to get started. That one is not a problem. So let's see more questions. Somebody said, please, I am a graduate with third class. Can I study in UK with this type of results? 100%. You can get master's admission with third class in UK, master's direct, right? I'm not looking at PGD in UK. And we've had so many students who, despite having third class, we're able to get admission, not just admission in top universities. If you were able to visit our YouTube is youtube.com/Dr. Linda Iheme. If you're able to visit our YouTube, you're going to see a lot of those testimonials from people with third class who were able to secure admission in very top UK schools for masters direct. So, yeah, that's very good. Blessing said, please, can you kindly give examples of this loan body? Blessing, as I said, this is what you learn at Vantage Migration. Unfortunately, Vantage Migration is a company, and I can't give out Vantage Migration class content on this video, right? But I advise you to start with the free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. Thank you, Blessing. So let's see questions from people. Ask your questions, and remember, you're representing every other person who is going to be watching this as a replay. I'm still scrolling. Don't mind my eyeballs. I'm still scrolling to see the questions people are asking. So Michael said, if none of the family members have such funds, but you have a friend that does not relate to us, can we go ahead to make the payment? There's a way to handle that. Well, if you have this challenge, Michael, I advise you come to Vantage Migration. We're going to show you how it works. But there are a couple of options, because now it has entered specificity, right? So one thing we do is that if you're a Vantage Migration student, you go through once you get your admission, you come to us for visa solution. You know, we show you how it works. But if you even have questions or any other thing, we tell you exactly how to go about it, because everybody have their own unique situation. For example, the question you asked, I just have to say that for the sake of other people that may have unique situation. Like the question I asked, there are a couple of ways. For example, you want to be able to prove that, you know, this your friend has been your friend for a very long time, and there are different ways you can prove that, which you can learn from the masterclass or during a consultation with us before you submit your visa, which we do. We do that consultation for people who are going through, just make sure that they don't even really land in visa denial. But also, there are other ways. For example, your friend can transfer the money to you, right? And then give you maybe a letter, since your friend wants to sponsor you, so your friend can transfer the money to you. So the whole point is that it's not straightforward. Just do it like this, because when I get on a video call with you, for example, right, I will get to know, who is this your friend? What does your friend do? Is your friend single? Is your friend married? How much do they really have? Do they have a proof of their source of funds? Do you get what I mean? Are we better off them giving you an account statement for you? Or is it better off for them to transfer it to you? What is your situation? For example, you have said your friend, but Michael, are you married? Are you going with kids? Let me give you two scenarios. So somebody comes to you, he's single, he's in his 25, he's 25 years old. So why am I saying that? Somebody that is 25, you will believe is a young graduate, right? So that friend now say, that person now say, oh, I have this family friend who is able to sponsor me, irrespective of what their age is. Even somebody will know that, oh, you're a young graduate, you may not really have money, right? And it's making sense. It's making sense. Then they go on to provide all the things they need to provide. Hold on. Now, let's change the statistics a bit. Let's say this same person that is 25 is no longer 25. Let's say they are 50 years old. Then they tell you that they have a family friend that wants to sponsor them. Will you believe me? I'm 50 years old. Wait, oh wait, I've not finished the profiling. 50 years old with a wife and 3 children. All of them are going abroad. All of them will be sponsored by a family friend. Let me hear you talk. Do you believe me? The guy who is, say, 25, a new graduate, who said a family friend is helping him, the father's friend maybe is helping him, or his friend is helping him, versus the 50-year-old man with 3 kids, with a wife, and all the family members, they are all traveling abroad, and all the money is going to come from a family friend. Do you believe me? Tell me, if you believe me, tell me you don't think I'm expecting you to say you don't believe. If you believe me truly inside your heart as I'm saying it, tell me you believe me. Let me check what people are saying. If you believe me, tell me you believe me. If you don't believe me, tell me that I have my doubts. So let me hear what you have to say. Please, if you're watching live, kindly comment. So kindly comment. Let me see what people are commenting. Kindly comment. Anastasia Ebere said no. Right? Even Michael, you that you're talking, do you believe me? Oh, Mohammed said I believe you. Well, okay, good for what do you, maybe I don't understand you. Like, what do you believe? That the 50-year-old man with his wife and 3 kids, they are all relocating abroad, right? And they will be sponsored fully by a family friend. Sarah Moye said no. Benedicta said, I have my doubts. And trust me, that's the best answer. I may not say it's a lie. I may not say it's true, but I have my doubts. Even me that you're telling, I have my doubts. You see? So this is how the visa officer is going to have their doubt. And let me tell you, once they have doubt, they're going to deny you the visa. Once they have doubts, they're going to deny you the visa. So it's not just that they don't believe you. Like sometimes you see somebody say, we couldn't verify. We couldn't verify. We're not saying it's fake. We're not saying it's true. We couldn't verify. But so we deny you the visa until you go and prove. So that kind of story is different. So my point is, you have asked me a question. Can you use your family friend's account? But the question is not as simple as it sounds. If I don't go on to explain it to you, you will think I'm dodging the question. But no, it is case by case. And that's why we teach people how to apply for different kind of visa. It's not Canada visa, UK visa. All high-income countries that you want to go to, the fundamentals of visa approval, we teach it to you so that you know exactly what to do, so that you don't make these mistakes. Plus, during that process, right, you're able to ask questions that are specific to you. We're able to give you your own specific answer. Because, as you can see from my example, 2 people want to be sponsored by their family friend. You are more likely to believe the 25-year-old going than the 50-year-old man with family. But both of them can ask you the same question. Can a family friend sponsor us? So, always, the scenario is not always straight. That's why we encourage people to ask for help instead of going to go and get visa denial first. All right? So, let's see more questions from people. I love your question, Michael. Thank you so much. That question was very good. It's tricky, and he allowed me to bring it up. Promise Duru say, you are a beautiful girl. Jeez. Okay. Thank you. I think what you mean is that I'm young. I love your way of teaching. Thank you so much, Promise Duru. Let's see. William said, Canada is overrated. I am in Canada today, my dear. Canada is not overrated. I will tell you that tell you that again. Bet $10,000 on it. Canada is not overrated. Let me tell you, Canada is more beautiful than you have ever heard from somebody. Daga, I said it. Quote me. Canada is more beautiful than you have heard from somebody. Canadian system works. Fashida nonsense, my dear. Come to Canada first. After you have come, you will ask me again whether it's overrated or not. Go Williams. Canada is not overrated though. Don't deceive yourself. Okay, let's see. KK Teresa, thank you for joining. You can watch the video from beginning to end. So let's see. Somebody say low income countries. Maybe I meant to say high if you're applying to visa to any high income countries. High income meaning countries where they pay a lot of money. Let's break it down. Like UK, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Sweden, Switzerland, you know, Norway, high income countries. That's what I mean. Good. Let's see more questions. Let's see more questions from people. Questions. Somebody said, Okolo said, please, how can I contact you for assistance? Okolo, so I'm going to tell you, go chat me up inbox on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm going to spell it for you. DrLindaIheme. That's Dr. Linda, my first name, Iheme, my last name. At Dr. Linda Iheme on Instagram. Why am I telling you to chat me on Instagram? There are other places where you can chat me. But Instagram is the verified account so that you will know, like, it's like on Instagram, there is only one verified at Dr. Linda Iheme, right? So if you go on Instagram, you won't get it wrong. So chat me inbox on Instagram. That is the best way. Now let's look at Blessing Otaru said, I have learned a lot. Thank you so much, Blessing. So many blessings joined me today. Somebody say, how much do you need in your account for proof of funds? Oh, it depends. It depends on so many things. I'm telling you, that answer is not straightforward. It depends on what your school fees is, where you are going, what country you are going to, what the country requirements is, how many people you are going with. Let me give you an example. A single person traveling to Canada need a different money compared to a married person going with the husband, and may need the same amount of money if the married person is going alone, right? Even though you are married but you are going alone, the money will change. And it is different from if you are going with the wife and the daughter, and one of the child is going. Let's say the family has only one child. It's different if the wife and the husband are going with one of their child. It's different if the wife and husband and 2 children. It's different if wife and husband and 3 children. I'm telling you. So it's not straightforward. Like, there's no figure. It is based on your situation. After you have captured your individual, then it will be based on the school you are going to. How much is the school fees? How many years is the program? So this differ. So some people know, how much do I need in my account? Girl, there's no way for me to know except on my winch. But when you start, you will learn the process. Then you're able to calculate for yourself how much you really need. You see? So we teach you how to calculate so that you will not put in your details and just do. And hey, let me tell you something. The price, the amount will also be different if you have scholarship versus if you don't. Because you may need, for example, you may need 30 million naira. But all of that came in scholarship. What that means is that you will not be required to bring any money from your pocket. But what if you need 30 million naira? Some people will say you need 30 million naira. That's not the point. I'm just calling an arbitrary number. What if you need 30 million naira, but you have scholarship of 25 million naira? How much do you now need to show from another source? 5,000. 5 million, right? Or let's just say you need $30,000. But you have $25,000 scholarship. Now there's 5,000 to prove. What if your scholarship is 15,000 instead? Now you need 15,000 to prove. Do you see? To the equations, they move up and down. So what you do is that you learn how to calculate it so that when you get your admission, based on who is going with you, whether you're going alone with your family and all that, you'll be able to calculate it. And then you know how much you need. Then you know how to prove it. So you learn the act instead of going to go and learn a specific figure. Recently, I was talking with a student. We were just chatting, prospective international student. He was telling me that, oh, I was, and this is true. I'm not just trying to spite agents, by the way. He said, oh, the agent told my dad that if they have like 15 million naira in their account, it should be enough. I know, when parents pressure agents tell you what you want to hear. The unfortunate thing is that I'm not an agent, so I can't afford to tell you the truth. Right? I'm a consultant, so what I say to myself and my team is that as a coach, we owe you the truth. You may not like it. You may hate me for it. But don't worry, I don't care. When you have relocated, many of my students, they will write me love letter. They will say, oh, thank you so much. You helped us. I never knew it was going to work, right? For me, I'd rather have you angry right now, relocate and write me love letter than you so love me, yet you aren't going anywhere. You get? So what I noticed that when parents or you pressure an agent, don't pressure people to tell you what you're looking for. Because they will tell you and you don't even know that they've destroyed you. They've destroyed you. So that person that they say, oh, you just need about 15 million. How did you come up with that? When I was talking with the guy and I started breaking down all the processes, even different ways, the guy was like, hey, and my papa just go, they look for 15,000 to put in his account, you get? Like, and that's how you apply for that visa. They'll say, oh, sorry, it didn't work out. You need to understand what is going on. That's how you will know exactly what you need. Don't quickly go and be asking someone, how much do you need in your account? How is the person supposed to know? You just wanted to give you a figure so that you just don't work on the figure. How do you know if the figure is correct? That's not how it works. That's the point. Okay? So, somebody say, how do I apply for study loan? Again, start from www.vantagemigration.ca. www.vantagemigration.ca. Okay, check the description of the video as well. Somebody else said, how do I contact you directly? I think I already answered that. Chat us on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm looking for more questions. Somebody said, what is the minimum account balance for proof of funds for Canada and Australian visa? If you listen to this video from beginning to end, you will understand that there is no minimum. Sometimes you don't even need your own account to submit, right? That's the whole essence of the video. So I believe that the person who asked this question did not start from the beginning. So Paulson, I'm going to advise you to watch the replay of the video once it has been posted. All right. Of course, if you're watching it as a replay, then this does not apply to you. Somebody said 2 months to visa application, money drops into your account. Is it too late? No, it's not too late. But there are things you need to do, especially letter of explanation. You have to add letter of explanation to your account. So if you have money, any money above $1,000 worth that drops into your account, that goes back and forth into your account, you need to explain it. And when I mean explain, you don't just need to say, money left my account. You need to explain, you need to prove, right? So you need to explain. And we teach you all these things. We show you how to do it at Vantage Migration. So it's not that I'm just telling you that you don't know where to look for help. You know already. Okay? Now say, somebody say, must another person's account holder be a blood relation? Preferably a blood relation, but not necessarily so. However, if the person is not a blood relation, you want to go the extra mile to prove that, you know, they've been there for you in the past. Because think of it like, is it that strangers just see you and want to pay for you? Even if that is the case, because, for example, there was something in the news recently where some people were dancing, they were fired. Now, I was reading something where there's this apostle that now said he wanted to send those people abroad, right? Somebody that said, no, he can't do it. But however, I've heard of story of that apostle sending those people abroad, sending some people abroad before now. So I actually believed it when he said it. Now, the point is, imagine in that situation, the apostle is not related to the people that were dancing, the people he will be sending abroad. Doesn't mean he can't send them, he can still send them. However, by the time you are telling the story that, hey, we were dancing, we did this, an apostle from anywhere decided to pay or did it, and there are how you have to put the money, right? Preferably, the apostle should, if he's known by the embassy to be doing that, That's a different thing. If not, maybe it's even better if he gives them the money in their own account, right? So that it's like, we're not saying whether or not you will really honor your words, but you have already honored the words. Do you see? So there are different ways to go about it based on what the situation is. In summary, if somebody is not your family member, then you have to go the extra mile to prove that it's really true. Because the problem the embassy has is not that the person is not your family member. The problem they have is that they may not outrightly believe you that a stranger from there a stranger from nowhere just dropped and wants to send you abroad. So you will need to go the extra mile to prove that it is true. And how do you prove beyond reasonable doubt? That is one of the things we teach at Vantage Migration. All right, so let's see more questions. Somebody say, how can I get a good school in Canada that is respected and recognized in the embassy? You can start from our free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. Okay, somebody said, I'm a fresh graduate with HND on distinction level. Woo! Can you help me? Yes, we work with people with minimum of HND. Whether it's HND lower credit, HND upper credit, you even have distinction. That is exceptional for you, right? So we work with you if you have HND. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca. Okay, to start with our free webinar. Now, somebody say, can one get scholarship? Is it after admission? You can get scholarship before admission, or with the admission, or even after the admission. So any option is a possible option depending on the type of scholarship you're applying for. Abiodu, go to www.vantagemigration.ca, okay, to get started. Now let's see another question. Oh, somebody else is asking for how can I get scholarship. I already answered that. Somebody say, I have admission in UK, how can I get study loan in the UK? Clinton, though Advantage Migration, we don't jump in halfway. We always say, if you have started without us, finish without us, or start afresh with us. So Clinton, you probably fall under somebody who can do number 4 of what I discussed, which is you can defer your admission by 1 year, come to Vantage Migration, we teach you how to go about the process, and then you're able to do it. That's the easiest way I will tell you, because we can't jump in halfway with your admission already. We can't jump in halfway, right? Because some years ago we used to do that, but after some time we said we are tired of cleaning everybody's mess. Right now, you start afresh, learn from beginning, or you just gonna finish what you started. No problem at all. Somebody say, how can I apply for scholarship? I think I already answered that question. Ubani said, I think I've already answered that question. Let's see another question. So let's say Sheka said, Dr. Linda, what if a student has just graduated after a week? Would the student be fortunate to join the scholarship program? Go to www.vantagemigration.ca. Provided you're a graduate, go there right now to start with the free webinar. And after that, as I said, you can chat me directly inbox on Instagram in my through my verified account at Dr. Linda Iheme. All right, DrLindaIheme. All right, it's a verified account. So please, how do you classify? I think this person asked this question and I've already answered it. Somebody says, I want to travel abroad with my family and I have started saving certain money in my account. Then by then it will be 8 months. Please, will it be questionable at the embassy? Depends. But if you have all the money and it stayed 8 months, you don't even need to stay 8 months. If you can show that you are the owner of the money, you should not have any problem. All right. Let's see. So Catherine said, thank you so much for your good work. Please, can I have a degree in business administration and do my master's in health sciences abroad? Do you know that there's this particular program I see these days that says MBA, business, healthcare MBA. Healthcare MBA. I've seen a program like that, Catherine. Healthcare MBA. Seriously. So it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Again, a course like public health is an interdisciplinary course, which means that you can actually do it from any background. However, that's not the whole story. When you are going for a program that is not directly linked to what you studied before, there are certain things you need to put in place to avoid visa denial. That is where Vantage Migration comes in. We can teach you how to go about it. So, catering, go to www.vantagemigration.ca and start with our free webinar. All right? Now, let's see more questions. Drop your questions. Drop your questions. I want to answer 100 questions today, if possible. Like, I want us to cover every nook and cranny of this. I want us to cover every nook and cranny. Oh, yeah? Okay, good. Let's see. Godwin said, what are some of the schools that give admission accompanying with scholarship at the same time? That is what you learn at where? Repeat it. www.vantagemigration.ca. Okay? Godwin, go there and start with our free webinar, okay? Let's see another question. Somebody say, how much could be the minimum balance in the account statement present? We already said that is a wrong question. That is not how it works. Right? That is not how it works. By the way, there was something else I wanted to say. Oh my God, thank you. You see, no question is a wrong question. God, what did I just say? Did I think it's a wrong question? It's not a wrong question. Every question is welcome. So answer your wrong question, because sometimes you can ask a question. The question itself, right, may not really be the right question, but it can inspire another answer or another person's question. Now, let me tell you. So, there's this example I always give. Oh yeah, listen, let me give you the example. So let's say my cousin need 500,000 naira. Or let's say my cousin need $5,000. Listen, I need your answer. My cousin need $5,000 to study. So I want to sponsor my cousin. In my account, I have total $5,000. So I give my cousin my account. Are you listening to me? My cousin needs $5,000. In my account, I have $5,000 or 5,100 or like roughly $5,000. And I give my cousin my account. And you now, you are the visa officer. Do you tell me if you believe me? Do you truly believe that my cousin needs $5,000. I have roughly $5,000 in my account. That I am very good. I'm very generous. That I will take all my $5,000 and give it to my cousin to go and study abroad. This is what we are saying to you. You are the visa officer. Do you believe me? Will you say, if you were to say true or false? Okay, you can say true, false, or I have my doubts. What we think about the question? Think it. Let me say it again. I am sponsoring my cousin. My cousin needs $5,000. I have maybe $5,010, roughly $5,000. And I'm telling you that I want to give all my money to my cousin to go and study abroad. Do you believe me? True or false? True or false? True or false? Tell me. If you believe me, tell me why you believe me. If you don't believe me, tell me why you don't believe me. Oh yeah. Comment. Hey, people are already saying they won't believe me. Oh, let me even go and look. Hey, so many questions. Jeez. Good. Eunice said, I have my doubt. Eunice, why do you have your doubts? Why do you have your doubts? Eunice said, Franklin said, I won't believe you. Why don't you believe me? Franklin, tell me more. Promise say I don't believe you at all. Please tell me, why don't you believe me? Tell me, I need to hear. Somebody say false. They won't believe me. Somebody else. Romas Emmanuel said true. He will believe me. Tell me why you will believe me. Tell me. Oh yeah. Tell me why you will believe me. If you don't believe me, tell me why you don't believe me. All right. So many people here will say they don't believe. I think as a matter of fact, it's only one person that have said I believe you. Why? But think about it. Why don't you believe me? I need somebody to say this thing. I want to read it. Somebody say, first, because your cousin will want to take from there to use for himself. Somebody said something. Eunice said, because what will you be surviving with? That is the question. That is the question. Eunice, thank you so much. He said, what will you be surviving with? That's it. That's the question in the visa officer's mind. My cousin needs 5,000. I have 5,000. And I'm telling you, the visa officer, I'm going to collect everything and give it to my cousin. What will I be surviving with? So, how does that apply to account statement and account balance, as people were asking? If you are submitting your own account statement, or your scholarship, or your study loan, or everything yourself, right? You will be proving the amount of money that, like, you'll be proving for the exact amount of money that you need. If somebody else is giving you account statements, they must put money that you need plus money that they will survive on. And again, it's not that simple, because if I'm a single person and I'm supporting you, they will say, what money will she be surviving with? If I'm married with a husband, they will say, what money will me and my husband be surviving with when I give you this money? If I have 3 kids with my husband, they will say, what money will me, my husband, and my 3 kids be surviving on? Because see, if I have 5,000 and you are asking for money and I'm single, maybe I can give you 2,500, 3,500 at least, right? You don't want to push it. Maybe I can give you 3,500. But if I have a husband and I'm the one fending for the husband, right? I'm talking about in this scenario. Embassy, even whether I say I'm the one fending for my husband or not, embassy will assume that, right? So embassy is going to say, what will I use to take care of my husband? They will not say, okay, if she have a husband, maybe you will say, I'll give you 2,500. Then me and my husband will survive on 2,500. If I have 3 kids, they will say, what will me and my children and my husband be surviving on? If I have 5,000 and I have 3 kids and a husband that I have to cater for, maybe the only thing I can manage to give you from there is $1,000. You see, the same person traveling abroad using somebody else's account statement, but the properties of the person you are using determine how much you're going to put in the account. You don't just say, I need $5,000, but the person have 5,100, so we have all that we need. Embassy will not approve it. Embassy will not approve it because they don't believe that, that the person have enough money to survive on. So they know humans. We will never leave ourselves to suffer. Why we'll give all our money to another person? Talk less of stranger. Let me tell you, if it's your parents, they even can believe that from that 5,000, your parents can give you 4,500. True, right? Because it's your parents. They know that parents can go the extra mile, suffer for the kid. But they can't, even with parents, they will not even believe that the parent will just give you $5,000. Only you. And then they will stay hungry and die. Humans don't behave like that. So there are differences. You start to see that it's not that simple. Especially once you enter using somebody else's account. You have to be careful. That's why some people come and they needed $10,000. I have $10,000. Still did not approve it. Embassy did not believe you had enough money. Okay. Now let's look at more questions from more people. So somebody say, can I want to use her SSCE to travel abroad for schooling, and does age matter? When you say SSCE, let me ask you, Merit Choma, are you a graduate? If you're a graduate, SSCE, WAEC, NECO, whatever it is called, does not matter. If you're a graduate, a university graduate, it does not matter. You can travel abroad without anything. Somebody recently asked me this question in inbox, and I said, are you a graduate? He said, yes. I said, you don't need WAEC or NECO. The person said, no, I'm asking you if they will accept WAEC. And I said, what did I put inside my mouth that you're not able to understand me? Right? I'm saying you don't need it. You're asking me if you can use it. You don't need it. You don't need it. So, but if you're not a graduate, if you're going for an undergraduate program, or you're applying for a diploma program, ordinary diploma program, then you need your WAEC. Something to keep in mind. If you're a graduate and you're applying for an undergraduate program or a diploma program, visa denial is most likely in 99.9% of the time waiting for you. Depending on what your situation is. But that's like not say 100%. But 99 is pretty close. It's pretty close. So it's not. Then somebody said. Somebody else said, Adeleke said, I got, okay, some people make this mistake. They get admission. He said, I got admission. The school said I should pay $2,000. Is it sure that is it sure that I will get approved for my visa? The school, some people, they worry so much about school deposits. School deposits is not how much you have to prove. You have to prove the amount for your tuition. Do you see what I mean? for 1 year. The amount for your tuition. So some people, maybe your tuition for 1 year is 20,000, but the school says you pay deposit of 2,000. Those people, they'll be running to go and bring the 2,000. The question is, how are you going to cover the 20,000 plus your living expenses? That's the question. The question is not how you're going to pay the deposit. Because if you pay the non-refundable deposit and you don't know how you are going to cover the cost, you are still going to collect visa denial and the fee is not refundable. That means even the $2,000 you went to pay, even the $2,000 you went to pay will be wasted. Will be wasted. So be careful. Some people, penny wise, pound foolish. If you tell them get trained, they will say no. But the same person will carry $5,000 and go and pay a school non-refundable. You see? You see? I can't talk about those people today because they too give me headache. Somebody said, can someone who is 40 years old go for MSc in Canada? 100% yes. When it comes to education, okay? When it comes to education, age does not matter. You just have to show that the program you are going for is a need for you. You need it. And we teach you how to show that you need it. That's where Vantage Migration comes in. That's why I say start with www.vantagemigration.ca. Let's look at another question. Let's look at somebody said, please, can we contact you through Telegram? Prince, I already told you how to contact me. Contact me by chatting me on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme, a verified account. You are asking me if you can contact me on Telegram. Are you the one that will go and start the page on Telegram? How do you contact people on a platform that they are not on? I've already told you how to contact me. So if you decide to go to any other place, your cup of tea. All right? I'm not going to talk more about that. Let's see. Questions. Let's see. Somebody said, please promise, tell me if you can hear me because a call came in to interrupt my call. Sharif said, if you are 23 years old and your dad is sponsoring you, do you need your own proof of financial support besides proof of sponsorship? The point is, you need your own proof of financial support, and that proof of financial support can come from your dad. I would imagine that, Sherry, if you didn't start this training today for the training on proof of funds, you didn't start it from the beginning. If you're watching me live right now, when I repost it, please start it from beginning to the end, because I think that's where your confusion may be coming from. You need proof of funds, but the proof of funds can be your dad's account statement. Do you see what I mean? But the question, and I already explained at the beginning that can be enough. And I went on to explain that depending on how much your dad has, because your dad cannot have the exact amount you need. That's the only thing he has, because embassy is not going to believe that he will leave the rest of his children and his wife and himself to die and give you all his money, right? So he will have to have much more than what you need. There are other ways as well. But let me tell you, get trained by Vantage Migration. You'll be able to ask your specific question. We'll be able to answer you directly, right? It's better for you, because I advise you, especially for all these specific scenarios, don't just take it and run away with it, because it depends. When I tell people that they don't usually believe, but it depends. Okay, let's look at other people's question. Anike said, promise, please, can you tell me if you can see me, if you can hear me? Anike said, can I travel with my guy, but we aren't married yet, through scholarship? If this person is really your guy, what is stopping you from the marriage? That's the question I have for you. So then I'll go ahead and answer your question. Do your court wedding, which will cost you roughly $100 to do, right? Court wedding costs about $100 to do. Do your court wedding, even if you don't have money for ceremony. Do it. Then use it to apply. Or else, keep the person at home and apply. You get scholarship, you want to go and spoil the visa because somebody that is your guy that has not proposed to you. Has he proposed? Anike, has he proposed? That has not proposed to you, that has not married you. You will cancel your scholarship. You should. All right. Okay, good. So let's look at another question from another person. Somebody said, Gideon said, what does it take for me to study on scholarship in the US? Gideon, go to www.vantagemigration.ca and start with our free webinar. That's what it will take. Somebody said, PP said, can Vantage assist me for PhD in New Zealand? Yes, we handle people going for PhD. In fact, recently we've been getting a lot of people going on full scholarship for PhD, 4 years of funding. Even recently, I posted it on my YouTube and Instagram and Facebook as well. Somebody who got over 200,000 USD funding for PhD. That day, like, I could not even sleep. It was midnight, and I came out with my what do you call it now? With my night wear, I came to do the live video because I was super excited. So it's very possible. It's very possible. Let's see. Let's see. Sarah said, can my boss at work please give me a bank statement of hospital to use as proof of funds for family? Well, I'm not going to answer that question directly. Instead, I'm going to tell you, come to Vantage Migration, learn how it is done. Then we can answer your specific question, because you can already see that it's complicated, right? So those complicated questions require more for us to ask more questions, understand discuss what you're going to use as proof, what you're going to add to prove it. So, because sometimes it's not just about using the account, it's proving that the account, you have access to the money, So it's not straightforward, all right? It's not straightforward. So get trained. Let's look at more questions from more people. Let's see. Osimiri said, thank you so much, Dr. Linda. I have learned a lot. God bless you, man. Thank you so much, Osimiri. Let's look at another question. Let's look at another question. One moment, I'm trying to read the question. Okay. I'm trying to get the question. So, sorry. More question. Let's see. Somebody was talking about, we always advise you to graduate first. Somebody was talking about if they are still undergraduates, can they come to Vantage Migration, get trained? It is better for you to finish your program, undergraduate program, because when you finish your undergraduate program, all the results you have, you will not have an opportunity to go back and change them. So instead of dividing your attention and then things are suffering, it's better to focus. Finish your undergraduate, get the best you can get from it. Even if you are getting third class, get the best third class you can get. Even if you are getting a pass, get the best pass you can get. Even if you are getting a distinction, get the best distinction you can get. Then come to Vantage Migration. Okay? Let's see more question. Somebody said, can you go for masters in Canada at the age of 37? The answer is yes. We already said that age is not a limitation when it comes to study abroad. Somebody said, let's see question. Somebody said, I just finished my secondary school in 2018. I wish to travel to Canada to continue my education. Is that possible? It is possible. It's just not possible with Vantage Migration. We do not handle undergraduate students, people going for undergraduate studies, okay? So we handle people going for postgraduate studies, whether you're going for PGD, Masters, or PhD. So we handle people going for PGD or postgraduate certificates. PGD means postgraduate diploma, postgraduate certificate, Masters or PhD. Those are the people we handle at Vantage Migration. Let's see more questions. Somebody say, is Australia better off to study than the UK? Both of them are good. It just depends on your choice. And if I were in your position, all right, if I were in your position, I will apply to both of them, get my admissions, see which one gave me better scholarship, and then go choose the best at that point. So if you like two countries, instead of worrying so much about which one is better than which one, where are you going to apply to? Apply to both. Easy. Because you may see that a school gave you admission in Australia with scholarship. A school in UK did not give you. Bam, you go to Australia. Or vice versa. Or the school in UK gave you £20,000 scholarship. The one in Australia gave you $2,000 scholarship. You go to UK. So it depends. I would say apply to both. And then make a choice. Alright? Let's see more questions. Somebody say, how long is it going to take for the training before starting the admission process? Vantage Migration training is usually about 30 days, but at about halfway, you will. But when we say 30 days, our training is hands-on. So when you start the training, you start your admission process. That's the way to explain it. But the admission process is not about the day you click submit on the school website. That's not what it is. Any document you are gathering, you gather it inside the training. You prepare your CV inside the training, your statements inside the training. You find the schools inside the training. You find, just see. So the day you start your training, that's the day you have started your admission process. However, at about midway into the training, you are ready to start submitting your first application. Right? Like submit. This is different from gathering the documents. So you start your process the day you start. That's the way our program is. So it's not one of those programs that is like start when you finish, then you start practicing. That's not how we do it, because we want you to ask us questions every time along the way while you are with us, so that we can be helping you. And you are in a group, you are talking to people, everybody's at your beck and call. That is exactly what we want for you. Okay, that is why you see that a lot of people that go through Vantage Migration end up relocating. That is the essence, or that is why that is the case. Okay. Ahmed said, I'm new here, first time watching you live. Thank you so much, Ahmed. Let's see more questions. Somebody say a brother got a fully funded scholarship to US for PhD, and he got a research assistant offer. Do he need to prove funds for visa application? We already said that proving funds, you can use what? Scholarship letter, right? So yes, he has to prove funds for the visa application. Yes, he can use his scholarship letter to prove the fund. That's the point. So when people think of proof of fund, they think of getting account statements, right? But we already explained at the beginning of this whole series today that we explained that you can use your scholarship letter as your proof of funds, right? That's what we said. Let's see. Someone was saying something about maybe they attended our program in the past and a loan wasn't discussed. I just wanted to know that every time we update our course. So there was a time I was joking with somebody and I said, if you took our class 2 years ago, versus the person taking it now, whatever you took 2 years ago ends up becoming like a Honda Civic in terms of car, and what you are taking today end up becoming Porsche in terms of comparison. Why am I saying that? We are always updating, innovating. Any problem that we see people have, we find solution, we update. Even when we don't update it in the main course, we update it through our exclusive strategy sessions for students. So if you're a Vantage Migration student in the past and you have a question, feel free. It's like you're a daughter or son of a king, right? You're a prince or you're a princess. Chat us inbox and we'll be able to assist you. Send Dr. Linda Iheme an email, right? And we'll be able to assist you. That's what you should do. Or even if you have any challenge at all, chat us inbox on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme, right? Verified account, and we'll be able to tell you what to do next. Don't ever feel alone, because we are not. But if you don't reach out to us, there's no way for us to know that you have this challenge, right? There's no way, except you speak up, you talk, and our doors are always open. Chat us inbox 24/7, 365 days. Can you imagine that? How beautiful can it be? Let's see more questions. Ngozi said, can I use a registered business account as proof of income? Yes, you can, but usually you want to show that this business is in operation. Usually you want to show that the business is in operation. Most times, if you're using a business account, they expect you to add the tax document for the business. So some people, they are doing business, but the business is not registered, or it's registered but it's not really a viable business, or it's a viable business but they don't submit tax. Any of these things is going to rule out a business account. For instance, if I'm in your situation, if you are the owner of the business, transfer the money from the business to your own account. Get a letter. If it's your business, write a letter, or get a letter of explanation that, okay, this is not your money, your business is giving it to you, which of course you have to explain. It's not just my business is giving me the money. Are you stealing it from your business? Why is it important for your business to give you money? You see, these are all questions that will be ringing in the visa officer mind, which you have to answer those questions without being asked, or you can get a visa denial. So it's better for you to get trained on how to do it so that you can ask your own unique questions. I cannot overemphasize training. When you say it to some people, they will rather get 10 visa denials back to back than get trained. Penny wise, pound foolish. You shouldn't be like that. Get trained. That's the best thing for you. Okay? If you're looking for training, start from our free study abroad webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. Let's look. Woo! I know this thing is getting long. Even you're feeling it, right? Okay. Let's finish up. Let's see who is. I'm going to just take a couple of questions and I'm going to go. Let's see. Oh, somebody was talking about some people used to go to work for the training. Our training is designed for the busy working class. So if you're a bank manager living in Lagos, you can still take our training. That's how it's designed. So if you're not as busy as a branch manager for a bank living in Lagos who have to drive 2 hours going, 2 hours coming, if you're not as busy, then you just know that you don't even have problem. But we designed our program with that bank manager who is living in Lagos in mind, which means you are living in a very busy city. There's so much traffic. You have to leave very early. You have to come back very late. You work from morning to night. We designed the program for you with that person in mind. So if you are now a normal person, go to work, come back in the evening, my dear, you don't even have problem. I've seen mothers with newborn babies like this. They will take this training, busy with kids. They will take this training. They will relocate with their family. So trust me, you don't even have problem. Our training was designed for busy working class. Sassy Manso said, I think from Ghana, said, Dr. Linda, your experience is high. I'm really learning from your channel. You are my favorite. Thank you. Yeah. Let me blush. Okay. Wait. Let's go. Let's go. Questions. Let's see. Let's see more questions. Okay. I think more people have already answered all the questions. So, right now, I'm going to let you go. So, in summary, today we talked about 5 different ways to get your proof of funds. Right? 5 different legal ways to get your proof of funds and submit for study visa, right? And it will work. And we explained that we never advise you to use a fake account. It's not the way we want you to present yourself. It's not the best thing to do. And there are consequences for doing that, including visa ban. Don't do that. All right? And we said those 5 ways include: you can use your scholarship letter as your proof of funds. You can use your study loan letter from the study loan body as your proof of funds. You can use another person's account statement with explanation, right? And then you can use, let's say if none of this works for you, which probably the reason you don't have scholarship, you don't have loan, it's not because they don't exist. It's because you don't have the information on how to get them. Can we agree on that? Right? So if none of this works for you and you must use your own account and you still don't have money for it, you can defer your admission by 1 year and plan properly. By the way, if you have your account, if you have your account statement, right, you can add it to all these things, right? Let's say you have account statement, but you also got scholarship. You can just submit both. There's no harm, right? Or you have your account statement, you don't have loan, you don't have scholarship. You submit your account statement. There's no harm. Now, right? And let's say you don't have the money. So what do? You defer your admission by 1 year. You learn how to get scholarship or study loan. Or you go and work and save any of the money and then use. Then the 5th one is that you can use a combination of any of the two. You can use partial scholarship letter plus loan. You can use loan and your own account, or loan and another person's account. Like, you can mix and match, right? Those are the 5 ways. So, and I explained to you that my name is Dr. Linda Iheme, and that I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, what we do is that we train graduates who are relocating abroad through the study abroad route on every single thing you need to do in order to successfully relocate abroad. All right? Like, we train you on how to get admissions, study scholarship, study loan, whatever you need. Because we're always here supporting you, Advantage Migration. So, if you are looking forward to starting your study abroad journey, or you are currently hooked, or you've gotten one visa denial before because of account matters, my dear, I beg you, for your own good, before you go and lose another 1 year or another 2 years, or you go and collect visa ban because you used a fake document, for your own good, I've dropped my ego. For your own good, let me beg you, for your own good, get trained. Don't be penny wise, pound foolish. Get trained. I know you are smarter than this. If not, you won't even stay till now, right? So you really needed this information. So go to www.vantagemigration.ca to start with our free webinar. If it be the case that you want to talk to us personally, you want to talk to me personally, you want to chat with me personally, or you are, especially after you have completed the webinar, if you want to chat with me personally, still go and complete the webinar first. Complete the webinar. That's the first step. After that, if you still have more questions, chat me on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. It's a verified account on Instagram. Chat me on Instagram. I know you can chat me on Facebook, or you can email me, or you can do both. I'm telling you, listen to me now. I'm telling you that chatting me on Instagram is the best you can do for yourself, because it prevents you from making any mistake, because on Instagram, the account is verified. Right? If you email me, it may take some time. Except you're a Vantage Migration student, if you email me, you wait. But if you're just about to start, use Instagram, chat us on Instagram, and we'll be responding to you within 24 hours. I promise you that. Within 24 hours we'll respond to you, and you have everything. You have everything that you need. So make use of it. All right? Make use of it. Make it. Oh, somebody said, Adeleke said they banned my friend for using fake bank statements. Adeleke, I wish there was a way I can bring you online to talk more about it, because some people are making that mistake and they are collecting because they use fake account statement. You will collect ban. All right? We don't want you to do that. So, please attend our free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. After that, then chat us inbox. If you chat me inbox, I'm going to ask you if you have attended the webinar. If no, you will start from there. So save my time and save your time. by attending the webinar. Okay, I was trying to add Adeleke, but it seemed not to be working out right now. Okay, he said his friend got banned. Ban means they will say for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, don't apply to us. And if US ban you, Canada will implement. If Canada ban you, US will implement, UK will implement because they share information. So if you collect ban from any of these close-knit countries, it will affect you even when you're Jesus. Adeleke said 10 years ban from Adeleke. I was trying to argue, are you here? Because I would have really loved people to hear you. Because this is an important information. Adeleke, if you're able to accept the live session, I can just talk to you for 30 seconds before we all call it a close. I wish he's able to join. 10 years ban from Canada Embassy. He said it's 10 years ban from Canada Embassy for using fake account statements. That's one of the worst mistakes somebody can make. Going to go and manufacture account statement from your laptop, or even some agents will manufacture it and use it for you. You are finished. They've just imagine they give you 10 years ban. What will you do? You see? So if you are 30 now, 10 years ban, you're in your 40s. If you are 40 now, 10 years ban, you're in your 50s. If you are 50 now, 10 years ban, you're in your 60s. You see, it's almost like destroying your opportunity of ever relocating. It's not even as if after the 10 years, they'll just give you visa. It's after the 10 years, then you come and apply, and they will even see there. They gave you a ban. So let me tell you, even though they give you that ban for 5 years or 10 years, they just destroy it forever. Because you have to, after that, you still have to come and prove why you even use fake documents in the first place. You see? Okay, I'm not able to add Adeleke, so I'll just call it a go. My request for you today. So if you are watching this video, if you're not attended our webinar, go to www.vantagemigration.ca. Okay? But if you already attended our webinar, then chat us inbox on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme, verified account. Right? Now, if this does not, any of these two things I said does not apply to you right now, copy the link to this video, okay, and send it to a friend of yours who is struggling with study visa approval based on funds or anything. Send it to them. All right, send it to them. So, bye bye from Canada. Oh my god, till I see you again. And you can also check our page or our channel to see more videos from us on different topics, my dear. On different topics. All right. So, love you.